Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
To Infinite Threads. I'm your host Bob, and this is episode 103. There's something we all do quietly, often without realizing it. We pass our pain forward. Not because we're cruel, not because we want to, but because unhealed pain has a way of leaking, of shaping our tone, our decisions, our silence, our expectations, our distance, and our words. This episode isn't about blame. It's about freedom, because once you see the cycle, you can stop it. You can choose something better, and in doing so, you can start a quiet revolution in your life and in the lives of those you love. Let's get into it. Think of pain as energy. If it's not processed, it doesn't disappear. It settles somewhere, and then when we interact with others, especially those close to us, it shows up again. We're short with our kids, not because they're loud, but because we never felt heard ourselves. We keep our partners at arm's length because someone once left and it shattered us. We micromanage coworkers because we grew up in chaos and control feels like, safety. We shame others for things we secretly fear in ourselves. All of that is past pain, passed on. And here's the key. If it's not healed, it's handed down. Sometimes through our voice, sometimes through silence, sometimes through sarcasm, avoidance, or expectations we never speak aloud. But the thread is there. How do you know if you're passing pain forward? How do you know? Do you think about it? Ask yourself this. Am I responding to this moment, or am I reacting from an old one? Is this about them or something unresolved in me? Am I trying to connect or protect? Pain often masquerades as control, anger, distance, or superiority. It wears masks, but love doesn't need masks. Love doesn't require pretending. It invites us to face ourselves gently and honestly. So when you feel that restriction rising, or that reaction rising, pause. You're likely standing at a doorway. One path leads to reaction. The other leads to healing. You don't stop the cycle of pain by being perfect. You stop it by being present. You stop it by becoming aware of your tone, by apologizing when you fall short, by telling someone you love them even when you're tired or scared or feeling unworthy, by asking, what's really going on in me right now, instead of lashing out, making that choice. That is how you stitch the thread of compassion throughout your life. That is how you stop the ripple of harm and start a ripple of healing. It won't always be dramatic. It won't always be seen, but it will be felt. I promise you guys, it will change you. If you're ready to stop passing pain forward, try this. Name what hurts you. Say it out loud. Write it down. Bring it into the light. Don't let it keep hiding. Bring it out. Feel it fully. You don't have to stay in it forever, but you do have to let yourself feel it honestly. That's going to make a change. Forgive where you can. Not because others deserve it, but because you do. You've heard that before. It's true. Choose a different action. Even the smallest shift, a kinder tone, a moment of silence instead of sarcasm, is a victory. Ask yourself daily, is this coming from love? If not, pause and choose again. We've gone over this many times. This is emotional growth. This is how we become people of healing presence, not just people who've been hurt. Yes, we've been hurt, but that's not all we are. When you live from love instead of pain, your life changes. You become the space that others feel safe in. You stop protecting and you start connecting. You make room for others to be who they are, not who your wounds expect them to be. This is the power of unconditional love. It doesn't deny pain. It transforms it. And through that transformation, we rediscover the thread that connects all of us. If you've ever hurt someone who loved and that you loved, you're not alone. If you've ever reacted from fear, control, or sorrow, you're not broken. You're human. But from this moment forward, you can choose differently. You can soften the echo. You can become the person who ends the cycle, who meets pain with presence and fear with compassion. That's the work. That's the invitation. And that's how we begin again. Not just for ourselves, but for everyone who walks beside us. Thanks for being here, guys. And I'll see you next time on Infinite Threads. I love you very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on. Later, Gators. Bye-bye.
Every story, every voice, in this love we all rejoice. Infinite threads, here we go. Welcome friends, enjoy the show. Every story, every voice, in this love we all rejoice. Infinite threads, here we go. Welcome friends, enjoy the show.